Hey, Selena from teas.com.au. Today I want to talk to you about tins, specifically if you are looking at prettying your tea tins, but you want like red or black or any other color other than silver. Silver is the easiest one to get consistent supplies in Australia. Any other colors are tricky. Black ones, like a lot of people ask for, it's often quite a bit of a pain because the supply is not consistent. When you jump from one supplier to another, you will notice that it's slight variation in dimension and all that. So it's not fun. So today I want to show you the tin that we have, which is the nice plug-in lid one. We call it the edgeless 50-gram tin. And more specifically, I'm just looking for that piece of paper. Where is it gone? Here it is. About dressing it up that gives you sort of that effect of the black tea tin. So here, this piece of paper I just got from an offcut from Wallpaper supplies, and they can be quite cheap and having quite a nice finish to it. It is a little bit of handiwork involved, and I hope you are a tiny bit handy there. So in terms of doing small run, this is certainly a very workable solution. So you just cut a strip out and then you just wrap it around, put a bit of label at the bottom, then stick it down or double-sided tape, then you're good to go. Another option would be actually sticking your label on top of this black strip and again sticking it down this way. What this does is also giving your tin a security seal, an extra layer of protection, so it's not as easily scrubbed. So this is, something certainly you can do quite easily, and more importantly, more flexibly as well, because if you have a lot of different variations of tea, this way you don't need to print a lot of labels. You can print them on demand just using a good color laser printer that you can pick up from Officeworks. They're really cheap now, like $150, and they can do labels really well. And you can also do this sort of thing. I want to just give you some ideas, actually having the content of the tea on the label, so it's easier for you to show people what's actually inside the tin without exposing the content. And this particular label, it's got a dark color base, so you won't be able to obviously print on top. You have to have the whole thing designed and printed in one go. If you kind of know your designing programs, then this is should be fairly easy for you. Sometimes even just little simple, easy, straightforward ones like this. And imagine, you have a range of these, line up on a shelf with these, funky names on it. It will, actually make quite a smart display. So we don't have to always have a lot of information on it. Of course, you would say, okay, from a legal perspective, you want to give them information. So perhaps it will be on the back or maybe at the bottom. There are definitely different ways to skin this cat other than stubbornly looking for the black tins, because you will hit roadblocks. I mean, we have seen it again and again. Maybe you get a good a lot of them this time, but ongoingly, the supply of black tins in Australia has been really quite problematic, and that's also why we don't sell them. You will notice that we only sell these two sizes of silver tins. Round ones also don't sell as much, so the square one and the tall square one, so 50-gram and 200-gram black tea will fit into these tins nicely. They're food safe, so you can put the tea directly in, but a lot of people like to put it in a bag first and then put it into a tin, so it's just a tidier presentation. So I hope this is useful to you. If you want to look for these tins, just go to the teaware section on our website, teas.com.au, look for the catalog link and then look for the teaware, and you'll find these. And don't forget to log in to your wholesale membership, otherwise it's going to show you the retail prices. I'm sure you want to get your special discount, right? And make sure that the tin is nicely secure with some kind of protection device, so the tea won't fall out. That's really key. So what we just discussed with this wraparound is also, double as that security piece as well. All right, so I hope this is useful to you. If you have any comment or question about packaging, feel free to give us a call or drop us an email. Happy to help. It's Selena from teas.com.au.